Hello, class. Thank you for taking time to listen to us today. We are Group 3, and we are here to talk to you about California Credit Life Insurance. California Credit Life Insurance was founded in 1971 in Los Angeles, California. Um, we have 15 regional offices with 230 total in our sales force. Managers typically oversee 15 reps. These reps do not need day to day supervision, so that high number is justified. The managers also have hiring authority as well as the ability to decide base salary with the permission from upper level management. Turnover is very low in the sales management position. The company sells all type of insurance from health insurance to car insurance to professional liability insurance. So back in 2003, we decided to open up our southeastern region. We selected James Bradford to be the area sales manager. He was selected due to his high performance in his sales role as well as his very strong interpersonal communication skills. But however, shortly after he accepted the position, it became very clear that he did not support the equal opportunity policy.
From going over this case, we figured out that there are a few different current issues with management. The first being that the Southeast region is just the worst performing region that they have at the company. And then one of the area managers for the Southeast region is James Bradford, and he's been involved with a lot of different things that could be harmful to the company. First, Suzette Rinaldi, she is also a sales rep in the Southeast. She has filed a sexual discrimination lawsuit against James Bradford. There has not been a lot of details yet. A previous employee, Ilse Reibolt, had a similar experience with James Bradford, but however, she never created a lawsuit against him. Bradford has also been very open that he does not support equal employment. And now, this is a huge thing in today's society, and this is very negative towards the company. And another thing is, records show that Bradford's bonus allocation did not reflect sales volume or fair bonus distribution. He was just taking the total bonus and he was dividing it by however many reps he had. And that way, the top performers and the lowest performers were also getting the same bonus at the end of the year. And then Bradford denied Rinaldi's territory switch claim, and he did not give a specific reason for this denial of the claim. Because of this lawsuit, management thought it would be a good idea to find more information on equal employment opportunity and how that affects women in the sales field. The first, they did an HBRS study, and the first main thing that came out of the study was that 50% of women felt uncomfortable or looked down upon just because they were women. 82% of male respondents had negative comments about women working in the sales field. And finally, 54% of male respondents openly discriminated against women. That is more than 50% of women are being discriminated against. Um, Another research more research was done with the firm, and they flew in sales reps, male and female, all across the different regions, and they provided feedback on what they thought was going on in the company as well. The three main things or points of concern that came up and arose from this study was lack of communication from managers. Some managers were doing it well, however, other managers were not communicating well with their sales reps. Um, Instances of limited support as well. A lot of times, these managers were going and doing their feedback and giving feedback, and then other managers were just ignoring their sales reps at all. And then finally, female sales reps praised their managers and gave them great feedback, however, the males did not. So, those are the three main things that came out of the research firm study.
We were able to take away a lot of feedback from both female and male employees in both the HBRS study and our own. So some of the feedback that we got originally that we looked at from the HBRS from the females was that they had a lot of trouble getting into the sales force. A lot of salesmen didn't feel like they belonged there, so they didn't get a lot of support. One of the biggest things that we took away from that was that evaluations, they were never very timely for our female sales reps. And they also didn't get great feedback, so a lot of it was vague, so they never knew how they could improve on what they were doing. They also faced a lot of problems with starting to entertain their clients, taking them out to dinner, having male sales call people who are males on the sales calls try to pay for the dinner rather than the salesperson being able to do that, and trying to find ways to work around that. The men from this survey also said a lot of things that were kind of in line with that. A lot of men said things that varied from they don't belong in the sales force. They belong more at home or doing typing positions, or along the lines that they are a serious threat to sales just because they don't have as much power to offer. So taking those findings, we were able to go and locate some of our own female responses. And we found that within our company that there were varying responses. Some felt that they did have a good manager that was very supportive, and while they had a tough role that they were still in, the manager was able to help bridge the gap for them. Another person said, I'd like to think that if I needed an answer, my manager would be the logical response, but it ended up being the women that were around them. And another felt that the whole performance evaluation was a joke, and that their manager was usually late, and that the reviews were vague. So a lot of it went back to the same HBRS study that we had, and when we did the same thing with the male employees, nothing new really came up. So we found that a lot of the reports that we got from our female and male employees just kind of pointed in the direction of females definitely being treated unequally in the workplace.
Now, looking ahead, we have some internal research done by the company, and before you is a job satisfaction index chart, which is going to compare both the Southeast region to the total company findings, and is also going to compare both men and women to those totals. Looking to the left of the chart, there are multiple categories such as the job, fellow workers, supervisor, company policy, pay, promotion, and the customers, and it's going to rank as a total. It's important to note that this has been standardized to a score of 50, so anything above 50 shows satisfaction, while anything below 50 is going to show no satisfaction or less satisfaction. It's important to note that men rate the company higher on average than 50. For the Southeast region, the total is 59, and the total company 58, with a final average of 57.4. And women rate it much lower. In the Southeast region, 48.14, and the total 50.23, with a final average of 52.09. One alarming fact is in the Southeast region for women is the supervisor category, where they give a 41.24, and that's going to be due to the distrust of Bradford in this position.
For our recommendations, we have two options. The first options we would terminate Bradford from the company as he doesn't stay in line with their company ideals. Option number two would be we can relocate Bradford to a different territory as we don't feel he had strong management qualities but can and may still be effective as a salesperson as he was before. In both of these options, we'd like to promote our salesperson Suzette Rinaldi to the area manager position. We feel she'd be able to have a strong management perspective and build on areas she feels weren't covered as well before. If Suzette would not accept this offer, then we would like to look into one of our other salespeople. We would like to make sure that they have the correct characteristics that we are looking for this position, believing in equal opportunity as well as being able to perform on a high and ethical level.